Minnesota episode 37. We got a lot to talk about with this Doctor Marketing Tips podcast, A Patient Experience. Before we jump in, the podiatry series, that was a couple months ago now, 6 weeks, all about feet, from musculoskeletal to having a heart condition and multiple clinics to converting over to a practice management style. So lots of good information there. doctorsperspective.net/podiatry. Get yourself a quick reference guide. Okay, let's jump in. Ooh, you're going to learn something today, says the host. All right, so some of it's going to be a little bit of a run through a checklist type of situation. And then I'll just elaborate on things if they need to. All right, you got to have a responsive website. Duh, mobile first design. If you don't, you got to switch. Squarespace, WordPress, those are going to help out. Get a good theme. You know, the theme I have for the podcast, I actually have to update it. They stopped doing updates, and that's no good. So kind of dreading to have to switch it over. But I'm going to do second line themes. A really good layout. And in fact, one of the people that helped me for free from his own podcast on how to podcast, he switched over to them. And I was like, oh, that social proof right there. Okay. Anyway, so Bedford with Squarespace is a common theme that people like to use, by the way. And then, of course, John Morrison, he was on the podcast episode 125. He has his own style of website, which is really easy to use, especially if you like story branding. You got to have a button for appointments on your webpage. There's lots of programs out there that can do it. Interview Cairo 8000. They'll be out episode 134, and they're coming up with something like that. They have a lot of things going for them, but that is in the works. It'll be on an update. So anyway, find a way to get appointments to be booked online. Videos. You know, we say, hey, you should do videos on Facebook. You should do videos on YouTube, and you should put those videos from YouTube onto your webpage. Then you got to have captions. Look, I use Otter.ai. All you got to do is upload your audio or upload your video to their site. They'll automatically transcribe it. You can fix it up if you don't like the way it turned out. And then you can put that as a caption for those videos. And that's going to be huge because, man, what was the stat? Like 80-something% don't even turn the volume on, or 74% of the people on Facebook never even turn the volume on these videos. That's kind of wild. Okay, on your page, the top 3 things patients look for. You ready? Physician info, location, schedule. So, of course, they want to know, when are you open? Where's your location? Cool. They actually want to, that's the meet the doctor. That's a huge page. So you want to make it more personable and kind of telling a story. StoryBrand has a good view on that. Don't have it with me. But it's not just, hey, I went to LSU and Texas Chiropractic, and I've been in business for 12 years, and I like pets, and I got a wife and a kid. You know, they want more of like make them connect to you. What's that emotional, like, I had X, Y, and Z issue and it got better. Or maybe an inadvertent patient testimonial of like, this has happened, they got better, and this is why I do what I do, because of people like that and the results. Okay. Again, you want to have telephone-based appointment. You want to be able to like just click a button and then your phone number dials. Okay. Being aware of your font size. You don't want anything too big or too small. A lot of people have these, you know, white background with like this light gray. Yeah, it looks great, but it could be hard to read. So if your patient base is kind of an older people, you want more contrast. So be aware of that. And of course, the landing page speed, you got to have a load time. You want it to be less than 3 seconds. People will skip away really fast. So if you spend all this time and money building your reputation online, getting the SEO, getting the organic reach on Google, and it doesn't load fast enough, they're out of the door before you even get to them. Okay. Think about what patients ask you all the time. And as a doctor, those might be more like condition-based. Jot those down. Then go to your front desk and ask them, hey, what do y'all get asked all the time? So if you weren't already scripted on these, don't worry. Your staff will know these are the things that we get asked all the time. So write those down. Now go through your staff or yourself, record your answers. Get the question asked, record them. Then you can post those on YouTube, live feed it on Facebook. Then, of course, again, transcribe it. And then now when you have the FAQ on your webpage, you can have a video for it and the answer transcribed. And you'll have a nice, robust, frequently asked questions, and people get their answers answered perfectly. Now, speaking of front desk, you got to smile. Make sure everything's clean, not cluttered. Make sure if someone's on crutches or they got kids in their arms, run over there and open it. Have your body image, your language, and your clothes all be like welcoming, warm, friendly. Don't be rude. If you got a rude front desk person, you might be losing patients and you don't even realize it. Old school, you know, they used to walk in and they had that bathroom glass sliding door. Well, you definitely don't want those anymore. If you have them, either keep it open, remove it. It's a barrier that in today's age, we don't want it. And that's why a lot of people have these circle desk and open designs. Moving on, online reviews. First and second Google page, the more reviews you have, the better. I've heard 30 something, but you got to keep those current. When people write a positive review, say thanks on it. When they write a negative review, well, you got to be careful with HIPAA, but you can address it a little bit. You don't be crazy, but you may have to say, hey, we were running late that day and we actually give out cards if we're overly late. I'll talk about that in a minute. Now also, so 87% of people do positive reviews if they're going to review. That's pretty good. Now, if you have a trend of negative reviews, read those and take it to heart. If a lot of people are saying, oh, the doctor's always late, 2 hours late, they don't respect my time, you need to figure something out. Hire more staff, hire another doctor, but they're telling you what they don't like about it, and that's why you got such a low score on those Google reviews. Speaking of social media, especially Instagram, lots of people like to see pimples getting popped and things being juiced out and the surgeries and crazy stuff like that. But if you're really scared of those, you might want to just show like before and after. So show results. So those videos get lots of clicks. Before and afters, you'll probably get a lot of likes because it shows what you can do, especially like plastic surgery. Like, whoa, look at that nose. So much better. If you do have products you can buy online, you want to have online payment, you can do PayPal, Stripe, different things like that. And of course, nobody wants your phone call or a patient reminder. Send a text message. There's programs out there that do it. You also have your EMR that probably can do it as well. Just a quick, simple text message. After they fill out new patient forms, man, that can take a while. So after they do that, let them know, hey, this is what's going to happen next. This is what your appointment is going to do. We're going to go here. We're going to go here. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. That way they know what's going on. You could also make a comment like if the doctor is being late, you can just let them know up front, like, hey, the doctor is running 30 minutes late. If it ends up being past, say, 30 minutes, or we have a 45-minute wait limit, then we give a card. Maybe a Panera Bread, $5 card, $5 gas card, $5 Visa card, something like that, just to say, hey, we respect your time. We're sorry we're running later than usual, and definitely offering like water or something like that. It really goes a long way. When you're parking, I know a lot of doctors and offices will have the front row. This is where the doctor parks. There's his Dodge Viper, his Tesla, and here's the staff person of the month. Well, probably want to reconsider that. One, patients look at that and you're like, this is why I got to come back, pay off his Tesla. Ridiculous. And then, of course, you might have somebody who's like sciatica. They can't walk. Congestive heart failure. Oh, I can barely walk because, I'm short of breath. And this doc parking up front, just park in the back. It makes a big difference, even if they don't say much. Phone messages on hold, light music. You can actually do like a promotion, record a promotion. You don't want to make a hold too long. And of course, if you can get a patient testimonial, like maybe 15 seconds, that could be huge since they have to wait anyway on the phone. Might as well hear good news, especially if they're trying to like book an appointment. Wow. So what did you think? If you got any comments, positive, negative, etc., please let me know. This should be an episode that makes you think, makes you wonder, what am I doing? And where can I improve? What did you implement immediately? What do you think is going to have to take some more time? If you need help with that, let me know. That is not a problem. It's things that I can do and do for others. So I appreciate that vote of confidence. Show notes, adoctorsperspective.net/M37. We just went #behind the curtain.